Back in 2021, I ranked the top 10 songs from the animated Disney show, Tangled the series. The show features many of the same voice actors from the hit 2010 animated feature film, so it's no surprise that the music that the show features is some of the best out there. Oh, and they also brought back Alan Menken to write the songs and scores, and brought in some incredible Broadway names. This show really isn't messing around with the soundtrack department. Some of my takes and rankings on the songs have changed in the past 3 years, however, and I think it's high time to re-rank the 10 best songs that this cartoon has to offer. So let's jump right into it with number 10. I got a pocket full of sunshine. I got a love and I know that it's all I know. A bit of an interesting one to start the countdown here, but I am placing the end credit song More of Me at the number 10 spot. The song stands out from the rest, as it's designed to be an upbeat, fun end credit song with more of a pop genre sound to it. While I definitely prefer listening to the songs from the show that our characters sing, this piece is still pretty catchy and effective. It's sung by the pocketful of sunshine herself, Natasha Bedingfield. She's got her style, she puts it on this piece, and she does a perfectly good job at it. Now, it's no something that I want, but it still certainly deserves a spot on this list. It's definitely better than that Bird song. I just can't really place it higher than 10th place though. There's just no interesting story written around the song. I guess you could say it's unwritten. It's time now to act. They're on the attack. When they move to strike, we will fight, fighting back. Through It All is coming in here at number 9. The song was featured in a big 3-part grand finale and is, in my opinion, one of the show's more underrated numbers. While it can feel slightly out of place being smack dab in the middle of Cass's big antagonist arc, it is still one of Tangled series' most catchy, get stuck in your head songs. It's of course got that classic prepare the troops for battle vibe to it, that not only have I talked about in a video before with Hazbin Hotel's Ready for This, it's actually the same trope for a Tangled series song higher up on this list. This one is a good bit shorter however, so it finds itself down here. That being said, still a fun ditty with some good piano inclusion to boot.
Eugene?
The hair actually glows.
Eugene!
Why does her hair glow?
Eugene!
What?
One of the standout songs from the 2010 Tangled movie was the Healing Incantation. Rapunzel sings as her hair glows a bright gold color. The series puts a fun twist on this tune with Hurt Incantation, which I have coming in here at number 8. The concept of there being another magic song Rapunzel can sing for her magic hair is really cool. It reminds me of when dark magic is used in Star Versus, which, might I say, are the best magic scenes in that show, and probably this one too. With this incantation being in a B minor key, as opposed to the B major key of the original, it makes for a really eerie contrast that will give you goosebumps every time. This song appears in the middle of Season 2, which is right when things start to ramp up in excitement and magic.
Wind.
What?
It's a box of wind.
A box of wind? That's ridiculous. You can't put wind in a box.
Wind in My Hair is the great number that is featured in the theme song prior to every episode. 3 years ago, I had it ranked way up at number 2, but maybe because we hear it over and over, I have it down here now. But that being said, I still really love this number. It allows Mandy Moore to take the reins and showcase her incredible vocal abilities. It has a real charming and relaxing guitar sound to it, and it may just sound the most Disney-ish of the songs on this show. Like, the lyrics are sort of generic and have that, oh boy, adventure and trying new things kind of paint attached to them. But I still love it. I could listen to Moore's voice every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Here's what happened after all their dreams came true.
If the last song was most Disney-y, then Life After Happily Ever After is certainly the most musical ensemble-y of the bunch, and I think it makes for a real good track. It serves as a nice introduction number that highlights one of the coolest yet simplest parts of the show, and that's an exact follow-up to where we left off in the movie. Each of our protagonists gets their chance to shine here, but I especially love getting to hear Rapunzel as she questions her new situation and how she might be just as confined now as she was when she was trapped in the tower. It's a real fun listen, and the ensemble type intro songs like Some Things Never Change and Where You Are always pretty solid.
Proud of your boy. I'll make you proud of your boy.
Alright, so just warning you now, these top 5 songs are all sung by the same 2 characters, Varian and Cassandra. It's no secret that they have the best songs from this show, and at the 5 spot, I am putting Let Me Make You Proud. It is the first time that we get to hear the sweet sounds of Jeremy Jordan, but unlike my Hazbin Hotel song ranking, I don't have his feature song cracking the top spot. However, I still hold this number in pretty high regard. While his villain arc isn't quite as strong as Cass's in my opinion, Jordan still kills it in this role and in this song. The visuals of Varian racing through the snow, as well as his motives of making his father proud as if he's a Latin on Broadway, both make the song a memorable one.
Believe me, I know I've sunk pretty low. Whatever I've done, you deserve.
If you weren't already convinced that I love Jeremy Jordan, you will be now, because coming in at 4th place, I have Ready As I'll Ever Be. This song still might be my favorite in the entire show, and holds a pretty special place in my heart. Before I even knew the show, I knew about this song. I discovered this song through Art of Ruse's Star vs. Animatic, and instantly fell in love with the songs and show of Tangled the series. Ready As I'll Ever Be does a great job at highlighting all of our cast with its bouncing around from character to character nature. The instrumentals attached to this one too, and really all of them, are incredible. I could have mentioned Menken's name for all of these songs, he's just so talented and does not miss.
Great, but I do know the combination. Don't cross this line with your hand. No. How dare you? If you...
At number 3, I've got Crossing the Line. But oh boy, these top 3 were really close competition. I apparently fell asleep during the scene back in 2021 because Crossing the Line wasn't even in my top 10. I rarely discovered this song recently, after I watched the whole show, and it's just phenomenal. The instrumentation, the syncopation, it's all there. The song is split into 2 equally as excellent parts. The beginning, being an Eden Espinosa and Mandy Moore back and forth section that leads beautifully into Espinosa stealing that spotlight for her own and putting on an absolute show. These top 3 songs all sort of do follow the same character and plotline, so it's not hard to guess what I think is the show's strongest story beat.
And all Gothel ever wanted from me was my hair. She didn't love me. She didn't love either of us.
I love Waiting in the Wings so much, it's so good. The Tangled the series crew took the character of Cassandra from good to great with the tragic downfall narrative. Her childhood is truly brutal and full of neglect and all the cards being stacked against her. Cass as a villain works much better than Varian for many reasons, but the main reason is this. Varian was mad at something that Rapunzel didn't do for him and his father. Cass was mad at who Rapunzel is or was. Cass, being the biological daughter of Mother Gothel, is genius, because Gothel invested all of her time into Rapunzel and what she could gain from her. Because of Gothel's actions, it made Cassandra feel worthless and less than. It is genius writing that is really highlighted through this beautiful, solemn number. Also, check out the Art of Ruse's She-Ra animatic featuring this song. Just thought I'd bring her up again. I'm sure I'll make a video highlighting her sometime soon. Anyways, let's get to what just about took home that number 1 spot.
Well, if I'm wrong, then what more could I lose?
What do you get when you put 2 Broadway stars into one song that features the strongest narrative that the show has to offer? You get Nothing Left to Lose, the number 1 song from Tangled the series. I am pretty dang convinced that the only reason Varian ends up in Cass's tower is so that Jordan and Espinosa can perform a duet song together. It works out well since he is able to sympathize as a former antagonist himself, but I still think he's just there for that musical duo that, if not taken advantage of, would be criminal. Nothing Left to Lose has a bit of everything. You got the back and forth arguing type singing that our duo goes through, and when they come together and harmonize, it becomes everything you could possibly want from an animated TV show song. So while I may think that Crossing the Line may be a bit more impressive, and Waiting in the Wings may be more emotional, Nothing Left to Lose is just so excellent. From the 2 names attached to it, to making and delivering yet again, I think the song has all the qualities of a top-tier musical number. A cartoon with this level of music only comes around once in a blue moon, so even though I had to rank the top 10 songs, I really do love them all. Let me know down in the comments what you think the best song from Tangled the series is. I'm sure your take is slightly different than mine. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more cartoony content. I'll see you next time in the Cartoon Cabbage Patch.